doors this week. In 2008, the museum opened Washington, D.C. with the whole idea of telling modern history through journalism. But this Tuesday, it's closing for good. The museum struggled with financial difficulties, even with its prime location just blocks away from the White House and a couple of blocks away from the Capitol as well. Well, joining me now to discuss is Ken Paulsen, who's a director of the Free Speech Center at Middle Tennessee State University and former editor-in-chief of the USA Today. Welcome, Ken. What do you see as the main reason behind the museum closing?
Well, the short and simple answer is it's running out of money. It's ironic that the location you talked about actually brought with it tons of expenses. And I think in the beginning, the museum was envisioned as a place where it would be so important for American society to learn more about the First Amendment, about the media. There would be so many educational institutions in support of that. But the bottom line is it never raised the money it needed to raise. And a big part of the museum's failure is timing. In 2008, it opened up full of optimism and great hope for attendance, but that was also the time, as you recall, the Great Recession. And suddenly, not only the museum was affected by this, just as they started to open, but all those companies that had committed to support the museum, those media companies that were right there at the beginning when the building and construction began, they could no longer meet the expectations of the museum. They were laying off copy editors. They were laying off videographers. The industry took a dramatic turn south. And suddenly, there were not the kind of donations that the museum expected to have. The other problem, of course, is that the one location they picked for the museum is in the heart of Museum Row, a place where you can go to the finest museums anywhere in the world for free. And now here's the museum. It's $25 to get in, although they offered you 2 days. And you're doing competition. You're in competition with Smithsonian. That's not a great business model.
Yeah, you could get into many of the Smithsonian museums for free, and they're right across the street from the museum. How big of a loss do you think this is?
It's a tremendous loss. At Middle Tennessee State University, at the first Free Speech Center, we try to teach the next generation about the value of the 5 freedoms of the First Amendment. That building did so much. 10 million people came each and every, well, over the life, 10 million people came there. Each and every day, people access the online version of the museum. More than 11,000 students and teachers made a great use of those resources.
Yeah, it was fascinating. And what will happen to, you have a helicopter there, you have a satellite truck. What will happen to those relics?
I have no direct affiliation with them anymore. I do know that they've been talking about storing all of that in hopes of creating a new version of the museum.
Yeah.
And I'm confident they will take the good work that they've done there for so long, and it will translate into digital content. It also will be, they have exhibits at 2 major Washington airports. The good stuff is still there, it just won't be a museum.
Wow. Sad to see it go. It was a great event space as well. I've been to plenty of parties there. Peter Alexander from the Today Show got married there at the museum. Ken Paulsen, our thanks to you. Appreciate it. 2019, a year filled with